To me, a strong family is one that's always together doing things and helping each other.
Being there for each other through the good and the bad, no matter what.
It's in the hard times and the times of stress that you really show your true colors as being a strong family together. I was just about as happy as probably anybody. We had had our 2 girls, we had our boy, and we were just over the moon, and everything just changed in an instant. I was at work, and my husband wanted to take our kids to his friend's pool to play for the day. I was worried about it, of course, but I thought, you know, there's going to be 3 adults there watching 4 kids in the pool, and I thought, that should be enough. When my husband left to care for my young son, she got up out of the pool and asked somebody to take off her life jacket, and by the time that they realized and dove under the water, you know, it was too late. They airlifted her to Hennepin County Medical Center, and they told us that she didn't make it.
My 2 older daughters were having trouble with drugs, and I was afraid for my grandkids to be in that kind of environment, and I wanted them to be safe. But my daughter had a baby, and he was born with drugs in his system, so that's how I finally got custody of them.
I think my mom was 14 years old when she had me, and I was probably 15 when I had my first child. We was living in a house with some people, and they had like 8 kids of their own, plus my 2, so this is 10 kids, and they had a lot of bad boys that would bully my kids. And I remember one day when I came home and my kids was crying. It just did something to me. So I felt that before I allow for this to escalate into grown-ups, you know, the best thing for me to do is just move out of these people's house. And I didn't have the money to do it. You know, I didn't have the money to do it. So I committed a robbery. And from there I went to prison. I was in prison 12 years. If only the prison walls could talk, you would hear all the crying, all the sad stories that goes on in prison, man. You know, how guys just lay in the bed, even myself at night. I cried many nights. I couldn't stop the tears from coming.
My world just completely just shattered around me. The realization that she was gone hit me again and again and again. And that first year was terrible. You know, you hear people talk about the milestones or the anniversaries, and you think it's their birthday and it's the day they died and it's Christmas and Halloween and stuff, but it was more than that. It was the first time I went to Target without her. It was the first time I saw a school bus. You know, it was the first day of kindergarten that she was so excited to go to kindergarten. I just couldn't, I just was thinking, how am I going to live the next 40, 50, 60 years without her? I just didn't know how to do that. And then I thought, well, how unfair is that to Julia? You know, here's this little girl that's lost her best friend and her sister, and then now she's going to lose her mom, too. That's not fair to her. And I just knew that I had to be okay in order for her to be okay. So I knew that I needed help.
If they didn't have the partnership here, I might have lost my job because there was waiting lists for daycare. When I came over here and talked to them, told them my situation, they helped me right away. My one grandchild was born at 25 weeks. He was special needs, and so when he's here, he's getting that special care. And I noticed my kids, when they started kindergarten, they were ahead in a lot of ways. They teach our kids the Indian language, the Dakota, the Ojibwe, and our culture. And we really need that because that's who they are. That's where they come from.
When I leave group, I'm always rejuvenated, and I look forward to the next Tuesday. We talk about real issues like respect, trust, forgiveness. I would share with them my experience, being separated from my kids because of a poor decision that I made. I think that's one of the beautiful things about the group, is being able to come and not be judged on what you're gonna say, what you're feeling, and just being able to, if it's nothing else but to vent. Hurting people do have the tendency to hurt people. And if you are hurting, you do need to heal, and that's what this group does for me. I know what I'm doing is right. I know the way that I'm striving right now, being positive, being uplifting, and just being part of the solution. This group makes me want to continue to be that way.
When I first sought help, I was just a mess. But through counseling, I've been able to really rejoin my life. There are still really bad days, but I've got the set of coping strategies that I've been using to be a mom for my surviving kids.
There's 265 families at Little Earth, and I've seen the younger generations going to school, getting jobs. I know definitely this community need this for their kids.
My goal is to just give back to the community as much as I can and to help somebody make a difference in their life, be a better father to my kids and a better son, a better grandfather, and a better brother.
I could have never have imagined this would happen to our family and that I would need help. I think through my time with Barb at the Family Partnership, I have learned that I have hope for myself, for my family, for our lives, and for the legacy of Charlotte.